Hey there, this is Seth Mayo, Curator of Astronomy for the Lohmann Planetarium, and I am here at Space Launch Complex 41 here in Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida, right next to an Atlas V rocket from the United Launch Alliance. And this is the morning of May 15th, and we're kind of here for this sort of media event. There's a lot of photographers setting up their remote cameras here so they can get those really up-close shots remotely during the launch. That's where you see all those really cool close-ups when these massive rockets go into the sky and into space. So we're just here for that, and kind of a neat opportunity to take pictures of the rocket and get some video. And this is a United States Space Force launch. So that's the new Space Force that was just created. This is the second launch for the Space Force and a launch for the Air Force as well. And at the top of this rocket is a Boeing X-37B experimental spaceplane, an orbital spaceplane. And this has actually launched a handful of times already, but it's a very secretive program for the Department of Defense. And so we don't know a lot about it, but we do know it goes into space, it flies around the Earth for a while, and then it lands all autonomously. It's not a human spacecraft. So no one on board, but still cool that there is a space plane on top of this rocket, this Atlas V rocket on the launch pad. And just to kind of give you a sense of what we're looking at here, you can see as we pan around, those big towers, those are all lightning towers there. You don't want that rocket to be struck by lightning. There's a big liquid oxygen tank there. And liquid oxygen is one of the types of fuel that you can find in rockets like this. And as we pan around past the launch pad, you'll see this big building, United Launch Building, right there, and that's where the rocket will be. In the past was stacked, and that's where you put all the payload on top in there in that building. And then it was moved out, and the building's kind of pushed away, and the rocket is now sitting on the launch pad before launch. And as we look at the rocket a little closer in, we'll zoom in here, you'll see at the bottom is a big opening there. That is sort of a vent where all the launch plume and exhaust will shoot out during launch. And if I was standing here during the launch, this would be the worst place to be. Obviously, that plume would be terrible. The sound would probably take me out anyway. It would just be a bad place for me. So obviously not where humans would be during the launch, but that's where that occurs. And at the bottom is where all the launch, the nozzles and the rockets exist there. And then you can see as we pan upwards, the body of the rocket where the fuel is, and at the top is what's called the payload fairing with the space plane inside. So hopefully this launches tomorrow morning, May 16th at 8:24 a.m. Eastern Time. If it doesn't go off tomorrow morning, possibly Sunday morning. And we have our own Jason Schreiner, our planetarium coordinator, taking video from the NASA Causeway. So it'll be really close, taking a video through one of our Lohmann Planetarium telescopes of the launch. And so hopefully we'll get good coverage from that. And there's a lot of great launches going on here from Canaveral Air Force Station and from the Kennedy Space Center. On Monday is a SpaceX launch, not far from here, of a another Starlink satellite launch there, multiple satellites from SpaceX, Falcon 9 rocket. And then at the end of this month, SpaceX is launching their Falcon 9 Crew Dragon with a commercial crew, the first commercial crew launch into space and the first launch from American soil since 2011. Really, really big deal. And that's supposed to launch on May 27th. So hopefully that will happen, making space flight history. So anyway, excited that there's all this fun stuff going on at the launch center here. And thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you get a chance maybe to see one of these launches, maybe this one, this weekend. Take care and happy launch viewing.